All right. It's time to get crack-a-lackin' here. You are in the sort of warm-up zone here for the Dissipline live stream on LinkedIn Live, Facebook Live, and YouTube Live, or you could be listening to the audio simulcast on Clubhouse, where I see Kelly is joining us there. Just a reminder, Kelly, to please mute your microphone until the conclusion of the Dissipline live stream. And then we're going to be bumping over right afterwards, probably in about 20, 25 minutes, to the Running Your Voiceover Business post-game show, where you can feel free to ask any questions regarding your marketing, social media, etc. But for right now, you're just catching the audio simulcast of the Dissipline live stream. So hang in there. We're going to let everybody warm up here. 5:30 a.m. Pacific time, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. If you are joining us here on LinkedIn Live, Facebook Live, or YouTube Live, this is your opportunity to say hello in the comments, get you a shout out, get you a requisite fist bump. Welcome to the battle in the war on your marketing and motivation, as is discipline. Robert Rhodes, good morning to you, my friend. Good morning to you. Looking forward to chatting with you later this afternoon. Thanks for joining me bright and early here on Dissipline. We've got about another 3.5 minutes before we will start the official show. Chris Big Jim Lamance, good morning to you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Good to see you, my friend. Don't forget, if you are on LinkedIn Live, Facebook Live, or YouTube Live, pop your name in the comments, say hello, let us know you're here. We will acknowledge you are joining us. And if you haven't already, hey, let's not be stingy with the Go Get It Gospel. Let's hit that little share button, invite some of your peeps to join us here. John McBride, chilly in Philly. I'll bet it is. I wish I could say the same in Mission Viejo. Anthony Palmini, good morning, sir. Good morning to you. Thank you for spending your Monday morning with us. Go Get It Nation always appreciates when you join us here on Dissipline and or the Running Your Voiceover Business post-game show, where Kelly is patiently waiting until the live stream is over. John Duffin, what's up, partner? Good to see you, man. Cheers to you. Pocholo de Leon Gonzalez, great day from the Philippines. Hey, Go Get It International. You got to love that. Forgive me as I get a quick drink of water. Heather Foster, thank you for joining us on Clubhouse, hanging out. I would encourage you to please keep your microphone muted there in the Clubhouse room until the conclusion of the Dissipline live stream, where we'll be bumping over to Clubhouse to answer all of your questions about marketing and your voiceover business in roughly 20, 25 minutes. Hang in there. We got about another 2.5 minutes before we get rocking. Yeah, John, Go Get It going global. How cool is that? And that's not the only thing that's been popping lately on the other side of the pond, so to speak. I'm excited to have some other opportunities. Just working on a proposal this morning for someone in the UK. So that's pretty cool. So we got about another 1.5 minutes here, and we're going to knock out Dissipline here this morning. And then we're going to bump on over to the Running Your Voiceover Business post-game show on Clubhouse, where folks are patiently waiting. Heather and Kelly are hanging out there in the room listening to the live stream, as well as Tamika, who has just joined us. Just a reminder to you all, if you are in Clubhouse, please mute your microphones until the end of the Dissipline live stream, where Todd has just jumped in there as well. So just to kind of reset everything right now, this is Dissipline. It's about 5:33 and change. We're going to be getting going with the video live stream here shortly on LinkedIn Live, Facebook Live, and YouTube Live. If you are watching us on any of those platforms, hey, man, let me hear you. Let me know you're here. Say hello in the comments. Let's get you the fist bump. If you are hanging out on Clubhouse, which Heather, Kelly, Tamika, and Todd are doing right now, please mute your microphones till the conclusion of the Dissipline live stream. And then we're going to be bumping over to you guys and doing the Running Your Voiceover Business post-game show where you can ask me any of your questions about operating your marketing, your business, your social media, all that good stuff. We'll take your questions town hall style. Coming down to the final minutes. Teresa, good morning to you. Good to see you. A grizzled veteran of our automotive marketing workshops. She hung out with us. It's good to see you, Teresa. Let's see. Heather shot me a little message here. She can't find the mute button. Just tap your microphone button, Heather. I see you on the back channel. You just shot me. All you got to do is hit the microphone, bottom right of your phone. That should mute your mic. And you should be good. Ronald Hunt, good morning to you, my friend. Well, look, here we are. It is now 5:35 Pacific time, which means it's 8:35 a.m. Eastern time. And we'll consider the warm-up portion of the show where everybody stretches out as usual. And Heather, I did see your note about how the microphone button is not there as usual. Maybe it's somehow how my room is set up, but hang in there. You should be good. But let's get crack-a-lacking here. So it is Monday. It is November 15th, right? And here we are talking to you from the Go Get It HQ in beautiful Mission VA, whoa, California. This, my friends, is episode 37 of Dissipline on LinkedIn Live, Facebook Live, and YouTube Live, and the audio simulcast on Clubhouse. Stick around on Clubhouse for the Running Your Voiceover Business post-game show. We're going to be talking about the things you should be doing in between sessions to help you book more sessions with town hall style Q&A about marketing, social media, sales, branding, billing, content generation, client communication, contracts, whatever it is to run your VO biz. We're going to tell you how it is. All right. I'm your host, Corey Dissin. If you're just meeting me for the first time or catching this on the replay, or someone invited you to jump on here for the first time, I am the undisputed heavyweight champion of content, right? I am the owner of the Dissin Design team. I am your marketing and business coach, and I'm the guy that's got your back. Always remember that. Dissipline this week is brought to you by Corey's Social Media Survival Kit. These things are flying off the shelves. We knocked out 2 last week. I'm probably going to be sharing them this week on the content stream. What a cool tool that you can use for your social media. So check out a social media survival kit. If you have any questions, shoot me a DM. Happy to discuss that with you. Now, today on Dissipline, everybody, it is time for a spirited discussion about how you're going to be wrapping up the year. Okay? Do you realize that we only have 6 weeks left in 2021? Boy, where did that go? Huh? All throughout the year. And you can go check, flip through the catalog of the past Dissipline episodes. But many times throughout the year, I've been calling your attention to mileposts like, hey, it's the end of first quarter. Or, hey, we're halfway through the year. And just like that, we're down to the final 6 weeks. Blink your eye, 2021 is almost over, y'all. If you haven't already, there are several boxes you should have checked. Right now, you should be checking those boxes. Do you have your Thanksgiving messaging? You have some posts put together? Maybe have an email out to your clients? Have you started thinking about holiday gifts or cards for your clients or your top prospects or colleagues? This is the time to get that taken care of if you haven't already. What about, speaking of the holidays, what about your winter holiday messaging? Are you preparing and working ahead? What posts are you putting together regarding the winter holidays? Maybe wrapped around Christmas, for example. Are you sending out, happy holidays emails to your clients? What are your holiday hours going to be? Are you taking any time off? What days are you shut down? What days are you just, sucking down eggnog and willing to jump behind the mic or do whatever? What have you made that determination? Have you handled getting all of your 2021 receivables? Is there money on the street that you haven't gotten, that you earned in 2021 but haven't collected in 2021? Your accountant will love you more if you take care of that. Speaking of having your accountant be happy with you, are all of your expenses in 2021 documented and organized? Not just in some manila folder or big handful of wad of receipts. Do you have everything in your fresh books or your quickbooks or your quicken or your wave? Is everything categorized? Is everything in your ledger? Do you have it all organized so you can click one button for a report to hand to your accountant come January 1? Are you considering any last minute business purchases that are tax deductible and they can reduce your 2021 taxable income? If you get a capital expense, maybe you want to get there in the last minute and get your demo redone by somebody, or maybe you want to get a new piece of gear, or maybe you want to get some treatment for your studio, or maybe you want to get some graphic design or upgrade your website, or maybe a little marketing coaching. Wink, wink. And what about your marketing plans for first quarter 2022? The time to think about that is now, not in January. How are you going to be hitting the ground running in first quarter 2022? These are the things you need to be thinking about in this final 6-week stretch here, okay? Now, to help you get prepared for that 6-week sprint to the finish, we're going to make sure you've identified what your INGs will be this week. You know how important those INGs are, because to remind you, when you take those 3 little letters, ING, and you put them at the end of the word, what does it equal? Say it with me, everybody. It equals action, right? Because some of you insist still, after being beaten over the head with this by me for several weeks, you're still being stubborn by dedicating that valuable space and time in your noggin to worrying about the wrong INGs, people, like complaining, whining, procrastinating, and commiserating, right? You're spending way too much time, trying to get that pity party out there. Let's focus on the real good INGs, like motivating, inspiring, cultivating, posting, engaging, marketing. These are the INGs we need to be digging in on, right? And of course, we're going to be talking about here today, dieting, how we feed our bodies and our minds. So critical to your everyday success. Documenting. Are we keeping track of everything, right? Are we keeping track of our daily schedules and our marketing? And dropping knowledge. Always, we make sure every discipline episode, we're going to share another tactic or activity, one brick or building block that you can learn how to stack and attack to achieve your goals. Well, let's get back to delivering a few extra shout outs. Let's see who's jumped in here on the show. I see Heather has migrated from Clubhouse to Facebook. Good to see you. John Duffin says he bought himself a new MacBook Air. Smart purchase. Good for you. And John, you are welcome for the reminders. That's what we're here for, is to remind you how to get your act together, people. Now, let's jump right in here. For diet, how are you feeding your body and your mind? Let's discuss that. Hey, Mike Carnes has joined us. Just saw him pop over. I want to say good morning to you, sir. Good to see you, my man. How we doing with the 4 H's, y'all? We getting our hydration in? I'm getting mine in. Right now, if you have your water with you, now's the time. Open it up, take a shot. Ain't that good? So you got your hydration, you got your healthy eating choices. Let me know what's on the morning menu, right? Let me know how you're feeding your machine. What's on the breakfast menu? Maybe I'll be on my second meal here shortly. Once this show's over, maybe you've already had 2 meals today. Are you getting your oatmeal? You're getting your protein shakes, your fruit smoothies? Are you getting your eggs or your non-fat cottage cheese or Greek yogurt? What good stuff are you putting in the machine to make sure you're running, at the right amount of RPMs? Let us know in the comments and we'll share it with everybody. Heather Foster, grilled chicken and strawberries. I'm coming over for lunch, Heather. That's good stuff. Let us know, because there could be something on your menu that's new to somebody else's menu, and they can use that for their benefit too. So please share and let us know how you're feeding your machine with those healthy eating choices. Are we hitting the gym? I know Heather's doing her Zumba, right? We're doing our Zumba. I know we got guys like Rob Morera is doing his weightlifting and his Muay Thai boxing. John Duffin is running not only his voiceovers to the finish, but he's also pounding the pavement and getting in his steps to get his heart rate up and his stress level down. Maybe it's a yoga class. Maybe you're going to the gym. Maybe you're doing Zumba. Maybe you're doing yoga. There's all sorts of things you can be doing to get your body in motion, especially if you guys are spending a lot of time in a mic booth. You got to get in motion. And let us know how you're feeding your head. I want to know what you're putting in your system with your healthy eating choices. I want to know how you're getting your body in motion by hitting the gym. I want to know how you're helping to feed your head. Teresa does Zumba twice a week, plus booty bar and eccentrics. I love it. Good for you. Good for you, Teresa. I've heard good things about the booty bar. I might have to work on my booty. But good. That's awesome. Keep it going, Teresa. Good for you. Robert Rhodes doing his fruit and his eggs and still doing coffee. Yeah, man. I got to get cup number 2 of coffee. I'm one in, but I'll get me another one tomorrow. John McBride, he's dedicating to his dogger, Glenda, and the gym is getting his attention on Tuesday. He does such a good job with that, and he also shares his follies at Planet Fitness. The pun master himself, John McBride. If you haven't seen John's videos from Planet Fitness, you're missing out. They're very tongue-in-cheek. It's very fun to witness and be a fly on the wall during John's workouts. So good for you. Tamika Boyd, she's doing her elliptical in the morning. That is awesome. Good stuff. Come on, guys. Let me know what you're up to, man. I can't do all this working out for you. I need to feed off your energy. I need to know what you guys are doing. I need to know what you're eating. I need to know what you're drinking. I need to know what you're reading. I need to know what you're lifting. Tell me what is going on. Show me you have discipline. Now's the time. Let me know. While you guys are filling me in, hopefully in the comment stream, I'm going to fill you in on our next D. We talked about diet. Let's talk about documenting. Let's discuss the power of the pen and creating, there's another ING, right? That pattern of accomplishment. Ben Ingram, my man, Ben Ingram, hoorah to you, sir. Riding his bike to work, hitting the weights. Good to see you, my man. Are you still in Japan, dude? Let me know if you're still in Japan. Thank you for joining us. If you are, it's good to see you, buddy. Robert Rhodes is doing some walking today. That's right. Always good to get your steps. Anybody see my video about steps this weekend, about dealing with being in pain? Encourage you to check that out. That might get your attention. A flight of 40 steps 10 times. Not fun. But this old dog got up and down there, so I did it. Anywho, how are we doing with the power of the pen, guys? We writing things down. We creating that pattern of accomplishment, writing things down, crossing them off. Your meetings, your virtual coffees, your Zooms, your webinars, your coaching, your very specific and granular marketing tasks. Are we writing all those things down? Stop trying to impress the world with your memory. Your entrepreneurial pursuits is not the game of Jeopardy. Okay? We're not playing Trivial Pursuit. You don't have to get everybody with everything that's stuck in your head. Write things down. Create a plan. Follow it. Life gets much easier. Trust me. What exciting things do you have scheduled today? What do you have documented? Let me know what you are up to. And while you guys are filling me in on what exciting things, events, meetings, etc. you have this week, I'm going to fill you in on what I got going on this week. After the live stream, as I said at the very beginning of the show, we're going to be hopping over to Clubhouse, where Todd, Giovanna, and Helene have been waiting very patiently. And we're going to be doing the post-game show there. They're running your voiceover business post-game show. Todd Lewis is walking and planning, doing his auditions and his bookkeeping. Very good, Todd. Good to see that. And I always like to remind you guys, yes, you're hanging out for Dissipline. Yes, I hope you're going over to Clubhouse for the Running Your Voiceover Business post-game show. But I always encourage you to check out your social media around 10 o'clock, where the big dog, Jim Cooper, is doing another episode of The Hydrant. And this week he is chatting with Shelly Avellino. It should be a dynamite episode. Check it out. Later on today, I'm going to be jumping on the horn with Jay Repko, Paul Green-Dennis, Laura Keenan, and Robert Rhodes. Going to be fun. Tomorrow, we got Glenn Noble, Robin Whites, John Duffin, and I'm going to be recording an episode as a guest of the Fandom Squad podcast with Jeremy Wilcox. That should be interesting. The Fandom Squad podcast with Jeremy Wilcox. So that should be a lot of fun. Wednesday, we're going to be talking to John Guidry. We got some really cool things bubbling up with John. Samantha Berman and Craig Acock. Thursday, it's the Life Insurance General. And Friday, we're going to hang out with Grant Patrizio, Crystal J, and Michael Sanchez from Evergreen Voiceover. Let's see, John McBride, he's announcing the Philadelphia Marathon and Half Marathon this weekend. How appropriate. They got the right guy for the gig, for sure. And he says he's anticipating seeing John Duffin taking his message to the finish. Very cool, very cool. So we talked about our diet. We talked about documenting, right, what we got scheduled and written down and planned out. Robert Rhodes has promos for this week's Peyton Places, Eli's Places, Detail, and Monday Night Football. You realize we got the promo announcer for Monday Night Football watching the show with us today, Mr. Robert Rhodes. If you are not connected to Robert, it's a must-do. The man is a legend, and he's a good friend of mine, and he's also a go-get-it client. Heather Foster got a couple of sessions scheduled. Yay. An audio description movie to record. Yay. And she's training with Donovan Cornitz. That's awesome. That's a trifecta right there, Heather. Good for you. Love hearing that. Keep it up. So we talked about our dieting. We talked about our documenting. Let's drop a little knowledge here, shall we? And this kind of goes with how we introduced the show. Now, I want to double check last week. How do we do with setting those task alarms on your phone? Everybody do that? You know, certainly works well. This week, in addition to your 5 LinkedIn invites, in addition to your 5 friend requests on Facebook, your 5 Twitter follows every day, your 5 emails every day, your 5 LinkedIn comments every day, make it a point to clearly communicate your schedule around Thanksgiving, right? Thanksgiving is next Thursday. So you got about, 10, 11 days to take care of that. Today is the day. This is the week. Get the word out to your clients and contacts if your normal schedule is deviating for any reason. Because not only do you have Thursday, you got Black Friday. Some folks shut down early Wednesday, okay? You need to be thinking about that. Let your clients know in advance, okay? You also want to mix in a happy Thanksgiving message into that to folks in the U.S., of course. You want to get in that routine into sharing your alerts at least a week in advance of any blackout dates wrapped around big holidays, guys. You could put it in an email. You could put it in social media posts. Or you could do both. I know I'm doing both. I'm getting ready to release something very Thanksgiving specific where I'll be giving out some gifts you'll see coming up. Stay tuned next week for that announcement. But anywho, I'm planning that. You need to be planning for that. Make it a point. John McBride says, tip of the cap to the Go Get It method from this past week, as 2 of his 4 gigs came from working the social media. Let me do some of this, some of this, and one of these to you, John. Love hearing that, man. Love hearing that. Good for you, John. You have worked that system well. Rinse and repeat, my friend. Rinse and repeat. I love it. Todd Lewis says, yes, it's holiday marketing time. And you are welcome as I get that thank you for the reminder. So listen, guys, that's basically what I wanted to cover today. We're kind of right on schedule, kind of at the 24-minute mark. That way we can hop on over to Clubhouse here in a second. So that's episode 37 of Dissipline. A reminder, if you want to catch any of the previous episodes, pop on over to CoreyDissin.com, tap media, Boom, scroll down a little bit. You're going to see all 36 previous episodes of Dissipline. We'll be uploading episode 37 sometime later today. A reminder, okay? Today's episode of Dissipline was brought to you by Corey's Social Media Survival Kit. As I mentioned at the top of the show, those have been flying off the shelves. I'm going to be sharing with you a couple of other examples of some recent kits we put together this week. Matter of fact, I think we're releasing one later today. If you have any questions about what a social media survival kit is, how it works for you, shoot me a DM. Happy to discuss. Happy to discuss, right? I hope you're going to join me next week. I'm going to be here to hold you accountable, get you motivated, keep you informed, and of course, I'm going to get your back. Hope you'll all migrate on over to Clubhouse for the Running Your Voiceover Business post-game show. And we're going to be answering your questions about marketing, social media, content generation, all the good stuff to market your business, especially around holiday time. Could be a lot of questions about what to do around holiday time. Get them armed and ready to ask. So I'm either going to talk with you there on Clubhouse. I'm going to be catching you on the platforms during the week as I hit you with that fire hose of content, or we're going to be right back here same time next week for another episode of Dissipline. I challenge you all to go get it this week. Go get it. All right, my